Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kassim Shetima, GCON.
Please, you kindly sit down, please. One is my very good friend, Benjamin Nebolisa Okolo, the AIG representing my friend. You know? He holds BSc Political Science and LLB Law from UNIBEN and UNN and Uni Abuja. He was variously the AIG Zone 16 covering Rivers and Bayelsa. He was CP Bayelsa State. And of course, he was DCP Post Investigation Bureau, DCP Special Prod Unit, and of course, head of IGP Monitoring Unit, and trained at the Interpol College in France. So to commit a slip, actually is not a mistake, but it's only a man of courage that can rise to the occasion and correct himself with dignity. And His Excellency, former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, his name was modeled up for a greater part of 10 years. He was variously a deputy governor, a vice president. Some were calling him Goodluck Jonathan, some were calling him Jonathan Goodluck, until he became the president, and Nigerians got to know that his full names are Goodluck Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan. And for the Right Honorable Speaker to address me as his junior brother is right in order. He was born on 1st October 1963. He is 6 years old. I'm just 57 years old. So it's right for him to address me. The chief host, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Dr. Tajuddin Abbas. His Excellency, the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Chairman of this occasion, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR. His finest hour came not when he was the President. His finest hour was when the nation was at a precipice. When the nation was at a point of implosion, he elected to choose the path of honor, of integrity. That concession speech transformed him into a global statesman. Thank you so much, Mr. President. I was your sparring partner when I was the governor of Borno State, and discretion is the better part of valor. I was asked variously by so many media houses to grant interviews on the 10th anniversary of the Chibok girls' abduction. But out of respect and decorum to this gentleman, I declined respectfully to grant any interview. And of course, another elder statesman who could have effortlessly transmuted into a civilian dictator. But he again elected to side with history, to side with honor, and midwife the fastest transition in Nigerian political history. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, join me in thanking General Abdul Salami Alhaji Abubakar, GCFR. He's a diaspora Kanuri just like Usman Bello Kumo. The Deputy President of the Senate, distinguished Senator Barrow Ibrahim Jibrin, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, and other principal officers of the Federal House of Representatives present here, members of the Federal House of Representatives, too numerous to mention, the Honorable Minister of Police Affairs, Senator Dr. Ibrahim Gaidam, and other honorable ministers present here, special advisors and senior aides to the President, permanent secretaries, directors general and heads of extra-ministerial agencies and parastatals, representatives of service chiefs, head of security and parliamentary agencies of government, the organizers and supporters of this event, especially Her Excellency the Ambassador of Germany to Nigeria, Ambassador Annette Gunther, the country representative of the United Nations Development Program, Mrs. Elsie Atapua, the Executive Director of Policy and Legal Advocacy Center, Mr. Clement Nwanko, and of course, the British High Commissioner to Nigeria. Other members of the diplomatic corps, our father, who has become a permanent fixture in all our engagements, His Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammad Saad Abubakar III, His Imperial Majesty the Owner of Ife Oba Adeye Anetan Ogunwuse, His Royal Highness the Emir of Zozo, Ambassador Ahmed Nuhu Bamali, His Royal Highness, although I couldn't register his presence, but I have to recognize him in absentia, the Obi of Onisha, other royal fathers present here, and our religious leaders, most especially His Eminence, John Cardinal Olorunfemi Onaikan, Metropolitan Archbishop Emeritus of Abuja, elder statesmen and captains of industry, members of the academia present, members of the fourth estate of the Rim, honored guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I will not add that I have observed all protocol like the Minister of Police Affairs said, because I have gone through all the protocol lists. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, honorable members of the House of Representatives, esteemed stakeholders and all participants, I am delighted to be a part of this important national dialogue focusing on reimagining policing in Nigeria and the best ways for reforming and strengthening the institution of the police. This dialogue has been convened under the auspices of our esteemed Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, the People's House, to engage in a dialogue that holds the promise of transformative change for our nation's policing policies and practices. I would like to begin by extending my heartfelt gratitude to the Speaker and the members of the House of Representatives for organizing this national dialogue. Your leadership in bringing us together to address the crucial issue of state policing underscores your commitment to the security and well-being of our citizens. This initiative is not only timely, but also speaks to the commitment of the legislative arm to addressing critical national issues through inclusive discussion and collaborative governance. This government, under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed TINUBU, GCFR, is acutely aware of the complex security issues that our country faces. As such, we are continually developing and refining our strategies and methods to address these challenges effectively. Today's dialogue is critical to these efforts, providing a platform for robust discussion and innovative thinking regarding the decentralization and reform of our policing structure. The President deserves commendation for his openness and proactive stance towards the idea of reforming and decentralizing the police force. His Excellency, Mr. President, firmly believes that the path to effective security is through adaptive reforms catering to our diverse nation's unique needs and circumstances. This can only be achieved by carefully reviewing various models and options best suited to Nigeria's context. This thoughtful and inclusive approach will guide us towards a policing system that is both effective and respectful of the rights and dignity of all citizens. It gladdens my heart that the 10th House of Representatives, under the Speaker, Right Honorable Dr. Tajuddin Abbas, has keyed into this initiative of the President. The involvement of the legislature in executive reform proposals ensures continuity and synergy. Let us use this opportunity to engage and explore every option with the seriousness and diligence they demand. The President is committed to listening to your recommendations and insights, invaluable to shaping the policies that will lead us towards a more secure and just society. The concept of state policing is not merely a policy proposal, but a potential milestone in the evolution of our law enforcement framework. It offers the possibility of tailoring law enforcement more closely to the diverse needs of our communities. As we discuss and debate its merits and challenges, let us remember our collective values and diversity. As Vice President, I am deeply invested in the outcomes of today's discussions. The insights we gain will inform our administration's approach to supporting legislation that not only enhances the capacity of our police force, but also strengthens the bonds of trust between law enforcement and the public. In our deliberations, let us consider the implications of state policing from multiple perspectives. We must evaluate its potential to improve response times to emergencies, adapt to specific local challenges, and increase accountability. At the same time, we must address concerns related to the standardization of training, oversight, and the safeguarding of civil liberties. Our dialogue today should also be seen as an opportunity to listen, understand, and propose solutions that bridge gaps. It is essential that this forum is not the end, but the beginning of an ongoing conversation on the issue of police and security sector reform in our country. The theme of today's dialogue is a pivotal aspect of our national discourse. It reflects a collective recognition of the need for a more localized, responsive, and effective law enforcement framework. The broad-based nature of the stakeholders gathered here today, from government officials, security experts, religious and traditional leaders, to civil society representatives, underscores the comprehensive approach to ensure that diverse perspectives are heard and integrated into the policy-making process. As we proceed with today's sessions, I urge each participant to engage with openness, honesty, and insight. The value of this dialogue lies in its ability to harness unbiased and constructive criticism and suggestions from all quarters. Your contributions today are not merely academic or theoretical discussions. They are the building blocks of the transformative reforms we aspire to implement. Let me conclude by extending, Mr. President, gratitude to all participants for your dedication to the cause of national security and reform. Your expertise and perspectives are essential in navigating the future. I also wish to reiterate the President's readiness to support and implement meaningful reforms that will emerge from this dialogue. The commitment of the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to reform the police force and enhance security at both the national and state levels is unwavering. We view the outcomes of today's deliberations as crucial inputs that will guide government's actions towards reforming the institutions of the police and achieving a safer and more secure Nigerian. Thank you for your attention, and may our discussions today be fruitful and lead to enduring positive impacts on our nation's policing and security architecture. With these remarks, on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I am honored and delighted to formally declare this dialogue open. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Senator Kassim Shetima, GCON Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. May I request you, Your Excellency, to please come forward here for pictures. We're going to be taking pictures for this event. I'll ask him to please be joined by Dr. Goodluck Ebelejola.